BIS, the Department for Business Innovation and Skills, the Learning Revolution, and Learning Leicestershire. Here to promote informal adult learning.
Hello and welcome to the Learning Revolution. This video is brought to you today by the Leicestershire Adult Learning Service. We're going to be concentrating on 5 easy points: scanning your old photos, getting them open into some image editing software, editing the old photo, saving it, and then printing it. So that you can follow along with the tutorial today, I suggest you download the 3 files that are associated with this. The first one we've got is the one on the left hand side of the screen, the Learning Revolution. This has got those points that you can follow along with. The scanning your old photos, opening them into the software, editing the photo, saving the photos and printing them. Another piece of information that you may find useful is the Installing GIMP help file. Obviously, to edit the photo, we need to have the piece of software installed. This guide helps you download it and install the software. The other file that we can use is the picture that I've got scanned in here. It's an old photo. We've got the corner missing at the top of the picture. We've also got some creases in the picture, fading, and maybe places where some of the image has actually been torn off by sellotape or something like that. So download all those files and then we can carry on with the tutorial. Well, the first point I want to cover today is the scanning your old photos. I've got the help guide in front of me here now. Hopefully you've got yours in front of you. I've got some points on there. Make sure that you scan the photos at least 300 dpi. Save them in a JPEG format. And also, another really good tip, make sure that your scanner and the photos are clean before you scan them, because it will make our job of editing them much easier. Okay, so now that you have scanned your photo onto your PC, we can open it up into our image editing software. So scroll down to point 2 on our follow along guide, opening your image into GIMP. If you haven't installed it yet, then follow the installation guide, download the file, install it, and then you can carry on from this point of the tutorial. Okay, so hopefully you've got it all installed. We're ready to open up our file. I'm going to just minimize this down, and that. First of all, let's double click on our new GIMP icon on the desktop. That will start to open up the program so we can open up our old photo ready to start editing it. You can see there it's GIMP 2.6, latest version. Hopefully you'll have the same. This is the piece of software. On the left we have our toolbox. In the middle, this is where the file will appear once you've opened it. And on the right hand side you've got your layers, channels and paths palette. We'll get into that a bit later. But for now I just want to open up the file, so we'll go to File, Open, and then we browse to the file. Mine's at the bottom here. We've called it Image 01. I'll click on that, make sure it's the right one in the preview over on the right hand side. I'm happy with that, so I'll click Open. And there we have it opened into the interface. The name of it is at the top there, image01.jpg. So now that we've got the image opened into the software, we can move on to the next part of the handout, editing the photo. There's 3 tools that we're going to use. We're going to use the healing tool, the clone tool, and also we will be cropping the picture. Those tools are here, the healing tool, this one, which is the clone tool, and then also the crop tool. I'm going to start off with the crop tool, so we can get rid of the areas at the top of the image and just down the left hand side. To use the crop tool, we simply draw on the image. So I'm going to make sure that I'm taking away the majority of the white at the top and side of the picture. When I'm happy with my crop marks on the screen, I just hit enter and it takes that away for us. Once we've cropped the image, we can then select our healing tool. The healing tool does what its name suggests, it heals part of the image. We want to take out some of these white areas where the photo has been damaged, some of the creases as well. To do that, we first need to select a point where the healing tool will take an image from. To do that, you click Control, and I'm going to find a bit on the image just there, which is there's no damage to the photo, and click. And then you can start drawing over the imperfections. It samples the point where it took the image from when we first press Control. It also samples the destination and blends it all in really nicely to get rid of those awful marks and creases that have happened to this photograph. I am going to do a few more of these editing with the healing tool and then come back to you in just a second. I have done a bit more editing, and as you can see on my image I got rid of lots of those creases. There's a few bits left, but as far as the tutorial goes, I've done quite a good job with the healing tool there. The next part that I want to get rid of in this picture is the awful white mark in the top left of the image. To do that, I'm going to use the clone tool. The clone takes an image from somewhere and paints it somewhere else. So I am going to make a selection of where to take it from. I'm going to do it just here. Okay, and then I can start painting, and as you can see, look, it's just colouring in the exact same as where I took my selection from on that tool. And there we go, we have got rid of the white in the top left hand corner of the image. Now I'm happy with the image, I can save it and get it ready for printing. To save the image, we click on File, and make sure you click on Save As, because we don't want to overwrite our original image. And then give it a slightly different name. I'm just going to call mine image 01_MOD. So it's the image 1 modified. Click Save. That then brings up the next box, which is the quality. These typical settings are good settings, so I'm just going to click Save there. And now the image is saved. Now the image is saved, we need to start thinking about printing it. You can do it from the File and Print, just there. Print it off on your home printer. Or, and what I'd suggest that the majority of you do, is go to one of your favourite online shops, one of your local printers, take it down there on one of your memory sticks or on your camera. Prints for as little as sort of 5p. You can get them printed onto canvas and all sorts of great things. I hope you've had fun watching this tutorial today in scanning and editing an old image. Please come back and watch some of our other tutorials. Thanks.